Step into the arena of minds. On this channel, every move is a clash of strategy, every sacrifice a turning point, and every game a battle for glory. Watch two players push the limits of creativity and calculation, as we bring you the drama, suspense, and excitement of chess like never before. Wesley opens with d4, a calm yet confident thrust, planting his flag in the center like a general claiming the battlefield. Bojkov replies with d5. The Bulgarian warrior meets the challenge head-on, no hesitation, matching control for control. Wesley pushes c4. The queen's gambit begins, a daring invitation to chaos and imbalance right from the start. Bojkov accepts with dxc4. He grabs the pawn like a hungry predator, ready to defend his prize. Wesley develops his knight to f3, smooth and natural, connecting his defense while preparing a storm to reclaim that pawn. Bojkov responds with nf6, equal development, both sides sharpening their blades in quiet tension. Wesley calmly plays e3. The pawn structure solidifies, a hint of patience before the storm. Bojkov develops his bishop to e6. An unusual idea, perhaps a psychological jab, aiming to provoke. Wesley answers with b2, classical and quiet, but under that calm hides a coiled spring. Bojkov challenges with c5, breaking open the center, his intentions loud and aggressive. Wesley castles kingside. The king retreats to safety, letting his army roam free to fight. Bojkov plays n6. All his knights are ready. The air thickens with anticipation. Wesley captures dxc5, a sharp blow, taking the open file and forcing black to think fast. Bojkov trades queens with qes. He wants simplicity, but Wesley knows how to thrive even without queens. Wesley recaptures with rx, centralizing his rook instantly, pressure rising on the open file. Bojkov yumps his knight to e4, aggressive as ever, looking for dark square dominance. Wesley answers nc3. The knight joins the fray, directly challenging the intruder. Bojkov trades with nxc5, simplifying but giving Wesley a taste of initiative. Wesley leaps n5. The knight snarls, eyeing e6 like a hawk locking on prey. Bojkov pushes g6. The Bulgarian barricades his king, closing the door on tricks. Wesley plays e4. Boom. The center explodes, so shows he's not here to play slow chess. Bojkov calmly develops bg7. He wants to castle, to breathe in this rising fire. Wesley develops b3. Connecting his forces, the rooks hum in harmony behind him. Bojkov retreats nd3. Sneaky maneuvering, his knight dives deep like a spy behind enemy lines. Wesley strikes nx6. A surgical exchange, blowing apart the dark square defense. Bojkov recaptures fx6. Structure shattered, but he still holds material integrity. Wesley trades bxd3, tightening the screws, trading pieces with precision. Bojkov responds cxd3, pawn island formed, a weakness to remember in the endgame. Wesley centralizes rxd3. The rook invades, dominating the open file with authority. Bojkov exchanges a date, quick reaction, preparing counterplay on the only open file left. Wesley trades xd8, clean and cold, slicing open the position. Bojkov recaptures kxd8. His king steps forward into the fray, early but fearless. Wesley activates Rakon. Perfect timing. The rook comes alive, eyes blazing down the c-file. Bojkov plays bxc3, striking back, tearing into white's queenside with surgical precision. Wesley responds rxc3, balance restored, but initiative still firmly in his hands. Bojkov develops f5, central expansion, hoping to breathe life into his cramped pieces. Wesley slides ra3, a cool lift, maybe aiming at a 7, maybe at f3, unpredictable and sharp. Bojkov answers kc7, repositioning the king for safety, the calm before another wave. Wesley marches kf1. The king joins the action, a quiet but bold centralization. Bojkov places r8, rook back to the center, the battlefield now set for the endgame war. Wesley continues k2. He steps closer to the heart of battle, king ready to fight like a soldier. Bojkov brings nd4, a dynamic check. Forcing reactions, testing Wesley's coordination. Wesley calmly trades bxd4, simplifying again, defusing the tactical bomb. Bojkov recaptures rxd4, keeping his rook active, claiming central squares. Wesley strikes rxs7, the pawn falls. A deep cut into black's structure, and so grins inside. Bojkov counters rxe4, a final check before the transition, trying to stir some last counterplay. Wesley calmly steps kd2. His king walks into the fire, unafraid, tightening control of the board's heartbeat. Bojkov replies rd4e, another jab from the black rook, desperate to shake Oscar's nerves. Wesley sidesteps k3. Graceful and confident, the king refuses to flinch under fire. Bojkov withdraws r-don, regrouping, hoping for counterplay as the tension builds. Wesley places ra4. The rook swings like a hammer, eyes fixed on the black pawns. Bojkov pushes b5, the counterpunch. Space gained but weaknesses born. Wesley retreats raise 7, a precise check, cutting off the king's path. Bojkov moves kd6. The monarch stays brave, walking through the storm. Wesley continues rb7, a subtle shift, targeting soft points with surgical patience. Bojkov counters Rione, keeping checks alive, trying to breathe in chaos. Wesley steps kf3, calm as ever, dodging every bullet with royal swagger. Bojkov advances e4, a brave pawn thrust, trying to open new life for his pieces. Wesley dodges kj3, the king dances away, the danger dissolving like smoke. Bojkov shifts kc5, centralizing again, hoping for one last chance to strike. Wesley captures ex7. Down goes another pawn, so slicing through defenses like a blade. Bojkov replies re2. Counter pressure, at its peak, threatening behind enemy lines. Wesley parries re5, forcing the black king back, controlling every tempo. Bojkov retreats ktx, defensive posture now, the attack fading into survival mode. Wesley pushes b4, expansion time, white pawns marching like tanks across the board. Bojkov snatches rx2, material clawed back, but danger still lurks everywhere. Wesley answers rc4, the balance of power tips again, the rook rules the center. Bojkov regroups kd5, he brings his king to the front line, a brave but risky step, it. Wesley advances f3, quiet strength, the foundation for the final push. Bojkov responds rct2, his rook still active, seeking targets like a restless hawk. Wesley lifts ra4. The rook rises menacingly, preparing for a kingside assault. Bojkov pushes h5, a mirror move, trying to hold back the white storm. Wesley slides re4, a silent alignment, all pieces now aimed with deadly precision. Bojkov answers rc4, holding the line, hoping to freeze white's momentum. Wesley brings k4. The white king joins the assault, leading from the front like a warrior king. Bojkov keeps rc2, a defensive shuffle, his rook clinging to survival. Wesley presses re5, another check, cracking open the defense bit by bit. Bojkov retreats kgx, no more safety, just endurance under pressure. Wesley steps re6, check after check, so tightening the noose with flawless rhythm. Bojkov evades kd5, but every move feels like running from a shadow that never stops. Wesley captures rxg6. The kingside collapses. The white rook feasts without mercy. Bojkov counters rb2, still alive, still fighting, but bleeding on all fronts. Wesley pushes h4. The pawn joins the war, ready to crown itself hero. Bojkov marches kc4, pushing closer, hoping for counterattack dreams. Wesley advances g4. The white pawns now thunder forward in a twin advance. Bojkov captures rx4, desperate to open lines before it's too late. Wesley recaptures f6g4, restoring the chain, sealing the kingside once more. Bojkov grabs rxb4, a temporary victory, but the horizon grows darker. Wesley pushes h5. The pawn becomes unstoppable, driven by fate itself. Bojkov plays ra4. The rook runs behind enemy lines, searching for tricks. Wesley answers h6. Just 2 steps away from glory, the crowd holds its breath. Bojkov brings kcva, a last trembling check, but it changes nothing. Wesley finishes kg5, majestic, unshaken, king and pawn united in triumph as Bojkov resigns in silence. That's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really motivates me to bring you even more exciting chess games. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.